Welcome again yet to another amazing real lifestyle show, and this is the show where we bring you real life experiences with amazing panelists. Actually, today's panelist, you want to make sure you watch them because they have great things in store for you, and today we'll be talking about amazing and an awesome topic that is affecting you and me. And our panelists are here to talk more about that, and we're going to have a good time. Make sure you watch us every Saturday at 7:45 p.m. on YouTube channel. Make sure you go there. It's Real Lifestyle. I'm your host, Ranjos. Welcome to our great, amazing panelists. Now, today we are talking about relationship and singleness, and this is really a topic that is really affecting so many people, me and you included. Maybe you're there and you have so many questions about relationship, about singleness. Today we'll cover some of those myths and things that people talk about in relationship. We know it's a broad topic. We may not cover everything as today, but we are going to try our best with our amazing panelists who I'll be introducing shortly. You want to stay around, you want to keep watching us for that, because these are amazing guys and they are rich with content that you don't want to miss, and you must watch these. And make sure you subscribe. Down here we have our subscription link to our YouTube channel. Facebook, make sure you follow us. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you tune every Saturday at 7:45 to watch us. And today it's all about relationship. Now we'll be discussing welcome. Now in studio here we are having amazing panelists, and these guys are just awesome. Actually, we have an artist in our midst representing the youths and the single. So if you're single there, you're in a relationship, you're confused, you don't know if you still be in a relationship or you want to get out, if you want to get out of that relationship, if you want to get into a relationship, if you're confused, you don't know whatever relationship is, singleness, you're married, unmarried, whichever status you are, we're gonna cover you here with these amazing panelists. Let's start with our beautiful lady. Introduce yourself.
My name is Jacqueline Saleyan. I'm a born-again Christian, mother of two beautiful children, a boy and a girl. I'm the founder of A Pack a Month, which is a CBO that supports girls with sanitary pads per month. As the name suggests, 1 pack per month. And I'm also a facilitator with the Priceless Project, which is a mentorship program that teaches girls on the pillar of self-respect, self-worth, and self-esteem. So it's my pleasure to be here.
Thank you very much and welcome. You are sure this is gonna be powerful. She's a founder of A Pack a Month. On that side, you see we have a cool guy. As you can see the way he is, you're sure this guy is amazing. And if you're single, actually, you have to listen to this guy. If you're married, you have to listen to this guy. And kwa wale tunaita nini? Vijana. This guy is an artist, hip-hop artist. And stick around for a freestyle later in the show as we go on this singleness relationship thing. Welcome, tell us about you.
I'm King Voste, a gospel artist, hip-hop artist, and a youth leader also at Father's House Family Church. Yeah, that is Voste.
That is Voste. Thank you. Welcome. So today we are talking about relationship and we are talking about singleness. So we'll be covering some topics about singleness and relationship, and we are going to hear their views. They are just representatives, and we know you have a lot of questions and comments that you like to ask us. Make sure you comment down here and talk to us about how you feel, or ask us any question, and we're going to do our best to make sure we answer every question as you raise. Now let's get right into it. Now, about relationship and singleness, there's a lot of myth about relationship. that if you must be in a relationship, you must be married at a certain age, you must have a family, you must, all those myths and all those things that are there. Some of them are myths because there's a lot of pressure, there's a lot of expectation, especially to young people and especially to people who are not married. There's a lot of expectation from your parents, from your relatives, from your church, and from almost everyone, almost even to non-living things. They expect you to be in a relationship at a certain time, and you understand the pressure that comes with it. So today we are going to be talking more about that. And in studio we have a young people, we have those who are been in a relationship. Our lady Jacqueline, she has 2 children. You're sure she has been in a relationship, and she exactly knows what she's talking about, and maybe she'll be representing you who is watching us. And on the other side we have our guy here, hip-hop artist King Voster himself. He's representing some of you watching us. So make sure as we are talking, make sure you're talking. I can see some of you are even talking to us through our social media. Thank you. Keep the comments coming. We like it. Even inbox, make sure you inbox us. Now, welcome to today's show. We are pleased and we are happy to have you here, and we might not have exactly the whole time to go into deep things, and we expect our viewers, they will keep asking us questions, and maybe if we have another forum we can try to answer this question. So make sure you keep asking the question and keep commenting. As we go on, we'll try and answer the best. Now, what do you understand by singleness, and what's your take on being single?
Singleness to me, I would say, is the state of not being in a serious relationship or marriage. That's what I understand in simple terms. And my take on that particular state we are talking about is, for me, I find that to be a very important state in life. A state where you take time to find yourself, to know yourself, know who you are, because this will inform the future of the relationship that you will want to be in. So yeah, that's my take in a nutshell.
So it's important for young people to understand that singleness, it's not like a punishment.
Oh no, singleness
it's a stage where you really get to really know who you are, and in a preparation when you're getting into your next stage, which is a relationship, right?
Yeah, singleness is not in any way a punishment. It's a great time. As I said, take time to know yourself properly, because that will inform the kind of relationship you'll want to be in. It's during that time where you get to identify what are your life goals and what achievements do you want to have in future, or what your future holds for you as an individual. But what I usually say, before you get into a relationship, you have to be whole within yourself, so that you meet another whole person, so that you're 2 whole people who merge and become one whole thing.
Oh,
yes.
Awesome. I hope you got that. Now, King Voste mwenye,
Yeah, man.
from representing the single guys and ladies out there. What's your take on singleness? Okay, what do you understand by being single? Especially as we understand now from young people, they have a lot of definition and a lot of understanding when it comes to singleness. What do you understand? What, from your point of view, or from the single point of view, what do you understand? What is singleness, and what's your take on that?
Being single, ini time yako ka a young person, kujijenga before you bring the other party on board. Ini time yako ya kujua mahali unataka kuenda, chenye unataka kuachieve, na ule mse unataka. Juu unajua huwezi leta mse mwingine kama mwenyewe hujijui. Una get? Na ini time bado ya kufocus. Kuna zile goals specific unafaa umeachieve wewe kivyako before the other person comes on board. Ya hii process too fit ya kujibuild na kujiwakia wewe mwenyewe, working on yourself. Yeah.
And when he talks about working on yourself, maybe if I may ask, what are the things that young people or those single people should be involved into and those like beneficial things that they should be involved into, so that as they prepare or as they try to maybe go to the next step, what are the things they should be involved themselves into, at least to avoid distraction of I should be in this relationship, I should be this and this?
Well, what I will say is, one, they need to understand that being in a relationship is not mandatory. Let me just put it that way. Si lazima. It's not that it's something that you have to do just because other people are doing. And some of the activities that I will say right now from where I stand, they would engage in is, one, life skills. There are so many opportunities for youths out there to do life skills. It won't harm anybody. It will keep you busy, and it will improve you much, much better. Most of the times we complain as young people that we don't have experience, but we have the time. So by the time you say sina experience, lakini uko na time, lakini time yako uko busy, unakimbizana na machali ama na madem, instead of building yourself. Chukua life skill kama ya firefighting. Kwani utachukua wiki ngapi? By the time umemaliza kuichapa 5 weeks zimesonga. Chukua life skill ingine. By the time umemaliza 5 weeks zimesonga, or 2 weeks, or even a day, by the time you realize miaka imesonga. So that's, if I was to meet, say, you yesterday, and I meet the skilled you tomorrow, I'll be meeting 2 different people. Because now, another thing I will say youth can engage in is travel. See places. Kutoka Nairobi enda Nyahururu, enda Thompson Falls, enda Mombasa, enda Ukambani. See places. Because what happens when you're in relationships, some things and some decisions are made when maybe you are both of you. But when you're alone, you are at liberty to go and see what you've always wanted to see. You can also find activities to do in church, at home, start a project, talk to the youth, find something tangible to do. What I usually say is, that time when you're single is your time. Ni yako, yani we mwenyewe. Unaweza decide unalala the whole day, which I don't advocate for, but it is your time. Read books. Get to understand what are relationships before you even get into them. It's like me usema, relationship, when you're not in that, when you're not in a relationship, strive to know. Nikiingia kwa hii shule ama hii relationship, maybe what are some of the things that I expect, but you cannot do that unless you know yourself. So take this time to know who you are, build yourself, take that extra course, take that extra job that you need, especially because I'm the person who advocates for girls. Ladies can also take their men out for lunch or for dinner.
Hold that thought.
So
you hear that? I should be, someone take me out.
Yeah. So take that extra job to get that money, so that even when you get into that relationship, it is not a financial project for you as a woman, and it is not another. How do I put this? It is not a it is not a financial project for you as a woman. It's okay to appreciate your man, but why don't you build that financial independence now when you are alone? Ndio hiyo time ikifika hata unaweza mbaia kalanja manini, something of that sort. So take time, bottom line, take time to build yourself. Life skills, financially, spiritually, intellectually. Take that time when you're single to do all those things.
Thank you very much. You hear that? That's rich content. That's amazing. We are learning. Actually, I'm sure you're learning. I can keep them coming. We can see those questions. We'll get a forum to answer that. And remember, this is real life. Before we go to a break, our director is telling us we need to take a break. But before we take a break, ambia vijana ni nini, what do you think, ama even from your personal point of view, what are the kind of things, what are the kind of activities you involve yourself in that they keep you busy and they keep you on toes? Maybe if we rephrase that, what are the things that you're doing as a young person that at least they're keeping you away from the distraction and a lot of myths and all these things about relationship? What would you even tell vijana pale kama artist? Unajua siku hizi vijana wanataka kuwa ma-artist. Yani kila mtu anataka kuwa artist. You know, and atakuwa anatuchapia freestyle, so make sure you stick around. So what would you tell them concerning that?
Activities ni mob. Na kitu ya kwanza naweza ambia mavijana kama mimi vitu zenye mi do, nimekuambia mimi ni youth leader. Most of my time mi huwa na young people. Tukibonga tu vitu real and at times pia tukibonga vitu za God, unaona. Pia hii time fit jo, kawe ni kijana na uko na talent, wewe ni rapper, wewe ni dancer, wewe ni acrobat. Anza hata enda YouTube. Tumia time angalia nani acrobat mnoma, nani footballer mnoma. Anza kupata ma role models kwa hiyo jani juu. Pia hiyo ni time fit ya kufocus on your goal. Na sasa unaanza kuset certain targets. How do I get there? Hapo ndo unaanza kujibuild na kuangalia ndafikaje hapo, ndafikiaje ile goal yenye mimi nataka. So mimi naweza ambia mavijana to focus na vitu zenye ni positive. Isi time ya kuenda base kukaa unakula jaba juu mavijana wengi huko mtaani wakikosa kitu ya kudu wanaendaga kushikisha ama wanaenda kudu vitu zingine zenye as make sense. As in naweza ambia tu kijana simple, hii time yenye God amekupea uko single, jijenge in a certain way that you will enjoy this particular time in your future. Hivyo ndo ndaambia mavijana waingie kwa vitu zenye zina make sense, wakimbizane na hizo ma goals. Ile kitu unataka kuachieve ka a young person, you are unstoppable. Make sure maze hiyo goal hakuna mtu amekustop. Hii time ya kutaste waters, mademka sita na wewe ni mtu mmoja, hiyo energy sijui inatokaga wapi. Hii si time ya kuchange madem, hii si time ya madrama yani. Ingia kwa life yako, kimbiza goals zako ka young person.
Thank you very much. Before we go on a break, when we come back after the break, I need you to be, I want us to talk about the pressure. The pressure my youths wanapitia and that they are going through as in terms of singleness and relationship. And as you've mentioned about you could change madam, as in having different partners, we'll talk more about that. Remember, kama wewe ni kijana umesikia hii si time ya kuchange yani kutest waters, it's going to cost you. As our panelist here had said, single time or singleness is the time where you develop yourself, know what you want, you grow yourself and become the best version of who you want to be in life, and to avoid distraction of distracting you away from your goals and dreams in life. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome again. This is a Real Lifestyle, where we speak real life experiences, and today I'm having amazing panelists. Tuko na kijana kwa room and he's King Voste mwenyewe, and then we have Jacqueline, a co-founder, a CEO of A Pack a Month. Welcome again, guys. Before we went for a break, we were talking about the pressure that young people go through. Manze lazima uoe. Yani lazima. Manze, hauna dem. What's your take on that? About the pressure young people are going concerning relationship singleness?
My take on pressure could be a bit different from maybe what you used to, because truth be told, we have peer pressure, we have societal pressure, but then we have personal pressure. So for me, I kind of find the personal pressure being the most defining factor of what you're gonna do with regards to whether or not to be in a relationship, because it's only you from within that can decide for yourself. If you get into a relationship because of peer pressure or the society, when the consequences come, you don't know who to direct your your troubles or woes to. Because you get to realize that with time, imagine the society doesn't care. Whether or not you're in a relationship, they'll say, okay, you're not in a you should get married. Then they'll always have requirements or prerequisites for you to fit in that society. And that's what I'm saying. What the society says or what your peers are doing is not much as compared to what are you personally putting yourself through. Are you allowing their pressure get to you? And why would you allow their pressure get to you? It's simply because you have no sense of direction. If you had a sense of direction, you will be able to say, it's okay. Everybody else in my age group maybe has a girlfriend or is gonna. So why would you let the societal or peer pressure get to you? It's because you have no sense of direction. If you have a sense of direction, you will be able to say, I am headed this way. You want me to go this way. Thank you. I appreciate. Hamtaki nijifulie nguo tena. Hamtaki nijilipie labda rent tena. Mnataka nisikue lonely, but I'm not lonely. This is where I'm going and this is where I will go. So it's not much, to me it's not much what the society or peer pressure that is there. It's what personal pressure are you putting on yourself based on now what the outside is saying.
Wow, you talked about a sense of direction. We understand that probably a big challenge about these people who are really confused about relationship and singleness. Some of them maybe they don't really know about direction or where they want to be. They don't have maybe a plan, or maybe some of them do have a plan, and maybe we'll come back to that later. But before that, vijana. Vijana. Hebu kwanza wachapie kale kanini wajue we ni mle mse. Kawachapie ka freestyle. Kabla uambie, before you come to them and tell them about the pressure, how do you handle the pressure? You know, you said you're born again. You go to church, and then when you go to church, maybe after church service, kuna wale wazee, kuna wale watu. There are those people who will be like, hey, mtu wako wapi? Tuonyeshe mtu utaoa lini, mchele ni lini. You know, those sometimes those kind of questions, they are so irritating, but maybe these people, they never understand. Maybe sometimes you try to run away from the question, or you just tend to listen to what they are talking. So you'll be telling us about the pressure you guys are going through, the young people. And before that, hebu kwanza waonyeshe ka intro kenye tunaenda kuachapa pale mwisho, ka freestyle ka sekunde moja hivi.
Yeah man.
Wajue leo tuko na King Voste, yule boy wenu wa 254. Yuko ndani ya studio leo.
Sinikoteke kulikonganya, hadi shetani na mchanganya, na mkanganya vitu nafanya juu niko fiti kuliko jana. Na hizi bas mimi nazimada, hawa walevi hawanipendi, wananihate juu na mada happy.
Hey. Make sure, I mean,
awesome.
I wish our directors can give us like 40 hours. You know, if we have like 40 hours, I'm sure unaweza tuchangamsha na zile like 35 hours. You know, I mean, in other words, I'm talking about this is amazing show. Keep your comments coming and keep subscribing down there. Talk to your friends, send these links to anyone or anywhere you think that someone needs to hear these, and let's go on. This is amazing, and as you can see as we are going on, this is awesome, and you can see I'm having great people in the house today. Tell us about the pressure and how you handle these pressures.
Talking of pressure iko huko mtaani. Na pressure mob hutoka kwa familia, then kwa mabeshte. Na pia kuna ile enye my sister hapa amesema personal pressure, unajua. Na at times pia kujikompare yule ta pressure. Juu unaweza kuwa maybe squad yako yote walimahari na wako na watoi. So at times unaangalia unashindwa kwani kuaga nimelalisha nini. But pia ukikumbuka we have different destinies. Na destiny yangu haiwezi fanana na yako. Destiny yangu haiwezi fanana na ya mwingine. Na God akikucreate alikuwa amejua utaoa day gani na utaoa nani. So pia kujikompea na mse fulani juu alioa ama aliolewa, hiyo haifai. Juu wewe uko na goals zako unajua time yenye unataka kumari, time yenye unataka kuolewa. So pressure ifai kukunini sana as long as you know where you are going. But if you don't know where you are going, any road will take you home. You have to have a certain direction. When do I want to get married? Who do I want to marry? What as in nini nataka kuwa nimeachieve before I get married. Unajua huwezi oa juu umepigwa pressure na wazazi. Unajua huyo wife auletei wazazi, wife ni wako. Na ukiingia kwa hiyo marriage ndio utajua nye watu walikuwa wananichocha juu. You have to prepare yourself spiritually, emotionally and physically. Si unaingia tu juu umechochwa huko na jeshi fulani. Life ni yako mazee, si ya mamako. Mamako aliolewa na wanakaa happy. You have your own time mazee. Na hauko late. Hiyo tu ni imagination ya society na wase, but kwa macho ya Mungu mazee hauko late. Amekupangia na kanaiva. Unajua kwa Bible anasema he sees the end from the beginning and he says the end is better. Maybe society inaona hii umezeeka sana buda uhoi, but tell them I have a better ending. God knows my destiny better.
True. You hear that, and back to you. We talked about sense of direction, and as he has talked about the pressure and the parents, the society, and all those things. How a sense of direction, can you expound a little bit on that? Because maybe I would like them to understand what do you mean by a sense of direction, and what benefits do you have when you have a sense of direction concerning this topic we are discussing today?
One thing when I say sense of direction is one, you get to know who you are. You know, it is the Bible says, one thing that I like teaching my girls is how special they are. So when you're making that particular decision and you know you are special, there's some issues that you will not allow because you have evaluated that particular situation or person and seen, no, I'm a special person. I was created by God and I was set apart. And because I was set apart, there's how you treat me as, and because I'm set apart and I am special, there are things that I will not allow in my life. When it comes sometimes to family, some and even friends, some of them go to the extent of recommending people to you based on what is best from what they can see from their angle. Watakwambia huyu jamaa ameomoka, akona mkwanja, ni TDH, not tall, dark and handsome, kwao ametoka kwa familia ya masonko. But, and that's why I was saying why sense of direction is important. You will fall for anything that is brought your way. Unajua? Utasema, hey, ameomoka by the way. Let me just go by this person's decision. Forgetting that that person's decision over your life affects you now personally. Labda ameomoka, lakini hajaokoka.
True.
Uende udeal na hiyo issue.
Ameomoka lakini hajaokoka. Note that.
So you have all the money in the world, you have all the luxury that maybe you need, and the society sees as this is how life should be. But you do not have the peace. You do not have the love. He's not treating you right. He's not treating you like this special woman, how you should be treated. So that's why we're saying sense of direction is important. Weka chini, ata andika your list. Me I write, and I've seen some things that I write come to pass. Right, I want a godly man. I want a hardworking man. I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then mtu akikuja aanze kukuambia sijui fanya, fuata, chagua huyu, anakuchagulia kama nani? Utachaguliwa because you don't have a choice.
True. Because
you don't know what to choose. But if you know what to choose, you'll be able to say, hey, no, up to here is the boundary. Mimi nitajichagulia mtu, nitawaletea. Ndio nyinyi mumkubali. Si nyinyi mnichagulie mnilete. So have a sense of direction and understand who you are. What is your self-worth first? How you treat yourself, how you value yourself will inform the decision on how people treat you and how they see you.
Wow.
So if you identify your self-worth na unajiaminia, one thing I also tell the girls is, you identify your self-worth, then have a high self-esteem. Stand your ground. Even if you identify your self-worth but you don't have that self-esteem, then you're not able to stand by your self-worth. You're not able to stand by your decisions. So kuwa mse anajiaminia. Identify your self-worth, believe in yourself, then now stand for your decisions. You'll be like, no, I have this degree to attain, I have this place to go to, I have this and this to achieve before I do that. So when I'm ready, society, friends, family, I love you so much, but I'll do this when I am ready.
Wow, that's amazing. Remember, we are going on our final break, and we'll be coming back and we'll be concluding these. You know, there's a lot to talk about singleness and relationship. It's a broad topic. We are limited when it comes to time, and we don't really have all the time to talk about these, but as time goes by, we'll keep talking about, and we'll try our best to bring this amazing panel and another one to go on and deeper as time goes by. But right now we may not have that time, so time is not on our side, and when we come back, we are coming back to conclude with the benefits of being single. So make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Even if you don't like, if you like what we are talking, give us a thumbs up. If you don't like, give us a thumbs down. But when you give us a thumbs down, make sure you subscribe, because we are coming back to make sure you give us a thumbs up. Welcome back again. This is Real Lifestyle. Here we talk about real life experiences, and we have great, amazing. I mean, if you look at this, one of my panelists here, yani ana represent vijana. Vijana unaona hatujawaacha. So sijui kwa nini hauja subscribe, na sijui ni kwa nini hau comment. Ask us any question that you have. Any question that you have ever thought. Actually, we are sorry, but we'll get there for advance. We'll even take a screenshot of your thoughts to get the questions you're not. You should ask us. So make sure you ask us the question and comment down there, subscribe, like. I mean, everything, share to your friends. And here, our lady in the house, hatujawasahau, anawa represent vizuri sana. So we are talking about relationship, and today we are talking about singleness. And as you understand, this is a broad topic, and we may not exhaust it here because of time limitation, but we will have many episodes coming. And remember, there is a host who normally hosts this show, Real Lifestyle. He's none other than Kevin Mbogwa. He's an amazing, talented guy, and you will be having many episodes about this, so make sure you hit that notification bell so that you know when we are uploading new episodes. So we are about to conclude shortly, but before we conclude, I would like us to talk about the benefits of being single. Today, gents first, King Voste himself. Remember, he's about to give us a live, inaitwa nini? Freestyle. Karibu niseme lifestyle, because we are in the show Real Lifestyle. Awesome.
Yeah, man. Being single has a lot of benefits. Now, being single is not punishment. And again, to our generation, dating is not fashion. Ati juu kila msee ana date mtaani lazima ukuwe na mama pia. Unajua hiyo ni pressure vijana tunajipiga huko, unakuta mtaa yako wewe ndio unaga dem. Hiyo zindusi date juu ni fashion, ama kila msee church yenu ako na girlfriend, ama kila msee mtaa yako ako na dem bana. Date juu time imefika na unataka kumari, unaget. Juu dating is a preparation journey when you want to marry, isn't it?
True.
Usidate juu ni fashion, juu hiyo kudate juu ni fashion ndio inafanya mavijana mtaani tuko na ma ex 20 na si fiti.
That's bad.
And again, benefit moja kuwa as in uko single, ni time poa ya ku focus on your vision. Mali unataka kuenda bila pressure mob, na ni time poa pia ya ku make sure ume get to that vision, unaona. Na pia benefit ingine naweza sema ni time fit pia kaa kijana kutumikia God pia. Na kijana juu hakuna pressure mingi uko nayo. Time fit mazea ku invest in the things of God, and more so investing on your knowledge about who God is, na pia kujijua kabisa sana zaidi. Na unajua nimesema kukuwa single si punishment juu wase wengi kuna hii pia pressure ya kuna vitu sija experience, unaona. Na as in naweza sema kuna quote inasemaga, the most difficult roads end up to the most difficult beautiful destinations. The most difficult roads end up to most beautiful destinations. Usikimbilia kitu, utapiga mtoi wewe wenyewe ball na ni ile mali huko unataka kuoa. Wacha kukimbilia hizi mambo mazee. Vumilia. Kuna ule msee God ana prepare this particular time. Trust that process bana. Kuna benefits mingi sana na kutrust, because God atakuletea the exact person mwenye alikuwa amekuumbia. Kila mtu ako na mbavu yake. Otherwise utaenda up kupiga mtoto wa landlord ball na msikizanagi ama mtu unataka kuoa. Na tukivumilia hii reduce hii rate ya masingo mother. Unacheki, tukivumilia hii rate ya masingo mother vile wanakaa hivi reduce. Juu unapata kijana akipiga na ball huko mtaani juu ya pressure hatai kumari. Juu ule si dem alikuwa anataka kuoa, ilikuwa tu ku have fun. So na pia ni fit juu ukiwa single pia hiyo inaitagoaje? Pia utajikeep clean mazee, utajieka msafi, as in your purity utaipreserve until the right time pia. Na pia hapa pia ukiwa single kwa wenye wanasoma wasomi, time fit pia ya kustudy fit bila distractions za mambo mob zenye zi happen na relationship. Na hapo utakuta hata studies zako most of the time uko perfect, hauna time ya kufikiria heartbreak. Juu at times pia hizi heartbreak za kudate ovyo zi huleta distraction ya masomo. Unapata huyo day mama huyo brother hakuna kitu ana get daro ako nil, ama hata unakuta day exam atokei na inamcost mali. So mazee benefits ni mingi. Tutaendelea next time hata hapo kwa hizo comments tutaweka benefits hapo ndani.
Fiti sana. Thank you. What would you say about the benefits of being single?
What I would say, and some of the benefits of being single is you have all the time to explore you at very different levels. Let's say on a spiritual level, you have time to communicate and spend with God. There's no rush. No, your phone isn't ringing off the hook. Hakuna SMS zinakutia kiwewe. Activities za mwenzako hazikupei stress. You have all the time to have your time with God. You have all the time to develop your career goals. Hiyo ndio time unachukuanga hizi to extra courses. This is the time you engage in even your hobbies. There are times you get to engage in your hobbies and you find actually this hobby is actually really good. It's time to explore the uniqueness in you. Sometimes you don't realize what is in you unless you take time with yourself. So it's time to, visit this place, do this activity, do an activity, like do 10 activities. Out of those 10, there is 1 or 2 or 3 that you will realize you are good at. So is in your time, in your benefit, you have all the time to yourself and to grow yourself. This way, you'll also have an upper hand, because if you're doing that and your male counterpart is doing that, when you meet, you are a dynamic duo. Yani nyinyi ni power couple kiplani, because you took time with yourself, he took time with himself. So you're coming into a relationship with a purpose. this is where we are headed. Kuja unasema mi napendanga hivi, mi napendanga hivi. Then you head towards the same direction. So one of the benefits that I'll never overlook, you have all the time to be who you want to be. That is the time you go to the US, you go to Paris, you go to Australia, you go to Zanzibar. Peke yako tu. Na mi nasemanga, the mistake I think most of the youth make is we get into a relationship to kill loneliness. But again, you take that loneliness into the relationship. So you find yourself, you're in a relationship, but you are still lonely. So why don't you work on yourself, learn to live with yourself, learn to enjoy your own time, learn to enjoy your own company, so that you are able also to enjoy someone else's company in the future.
Thank you very much. Surely it's awesome. Thank you guys. That's really powerful. And I hope you're there listening. I hope this is really helping you. Let us know what you're thinking on the comments below. Now, what are your final remarks or your final conclusion concerning this relationship singleness? What are your final remarks concerning being single?
My final remarks and maybe my advice to the youth is be anxious for nothing. The problem we have is anxiety. Because we don't know tomorrow, we kind of forget who we are in Christ and who made us, and that our future is in His hands. So when we become anxious, we begin to make decisions based on that anxiety, not based on what we know our daddy is saying or our father is saying or he's telling us. So tunamuondoa, tunajiweka kama sisi the decision makers of our lives. So be anxious for nothing, because God is in control. Once you give Him that remote, atakuongoza. Lakini when you have the anxiety, you will want to make decisions towards a particular direction that seems like humanly correct. But is it correct with God? So be anxious for nothing. Tulia tu. Vitu, they will fall into place one by one. Just be anxious for nothing. Just go with the flow. Yeah.
Thank you. Kwa vijana ama, what's your conclusion remarks? Your conclusion remarks.
Kitu naweza ambia mavijana huko mtaani ni fiti kuwa content. Kwa hiyo process yako kuwa single, be content. It is very good. Juu kuna a specific reason yenye God alikuwa amedecide by 2020 fulani atakuwa single. Na akona reasons zake. Be content. Na usijikompea na mtu yoyote, ama maybe uangalie mtaa vile vitu zinarun. We usiraniwe na dunia. Usiallow society iran mind yako vile wanataka. We mwenyewe, you are the driver of your life, and you must make sure you drive well to your destiny, to where you want to go. Usikubali mtu yoyote mazee akutoe kwa hiyo race. Juu ni race mazee. Unajua ule mtu utaoa, she will be a part of your destiny and she matters a lot. Na hizi distractions zinaweza fanya uingie hata kwa relationship yenye God hakuwa maintain. Na hii time ya kuwa single, hii ni the best time ya kusikiza God. Usipelekwe tu na vitu. Unajua hii generation yetu, shida yetu ni wasi wako so much into the material things. Unataka kumari ule jamaa juu ako na makeks. Unataka kuwa ule jamaa juu ako na V8. But ukisikiza God atakwambia sitaki hivyo ama nataka hivyo. Na pia hii generation yetu iko na beside being materialistic, pia unapata pia tuko so much into though physical looks you matter somehow, but tuko so much into the physical things. Atusikizi God, nataka kumariu dem juu ni rangi ya dhao, nataka kumariu dem sijui juu ako na figa, nataka kumariu dem sijui anaweza. Wewe unataka kuchachishia jeshi, but okay about your own future, because hakuna kitu mbaya mabuda ka ku get married to the wrong partner jo. Hii time ya kuwa single si time ya kutupa macho hapa na kule pia. Ni time pia ya kufocus on God, na God ndo atakupatia direction ya future yako. Yeye ndo anakujua fiti kuliko wase wa society. Na hii nitasema tena, hii si time ya kutaste waters. Na kama una taste waters hapo mtaani mazee, chunga mazee, kuna ukedi na unaweza nyuria. Sahi ni time fit, kama una taste waters sana mazee, tulia na uambie God akusaidia. Si fiti inaweza kuingiza kwa mablanda mazee. Hizo ndizo final remarks. Alafu kitu maybe ningetaka kuadisia ni saa zingine ukiona unapewa pressure na mzazi, kuna ama vijana wao kuwa wamelalisha, waonagi mahali. Mzazi ndio anakuonea. Kama una vision, mzazi atakupatia vision juu. Kuna kimsetu kitaka hapo ukifikia hadi chwani. Na mzazi anaweza pata stress shindago hii kimse bana kiko 60 na akiangaliagi mbele. So at times pia kama una goal, watu wanakupatia goals. Kama una vision, utaenda up kuingia kwa vision ya watu wengine juu. Pia mzazi anakukea, si ati wewe kuambia uoe juu akukei. Nijua naona pia unajua wewe kama mzazi wewe ndio una understand mtoi wako vile ukua. Ukiona at times madhi anakupiga pressure, pia kuna vile ameona akaona hii kijana yangu imelala sana mazee ioni. Hiyo ndio kitu pia naweza ambia vijana wakuwe alert na usi lose focus. Juu ki lose focus ni deadly, hiyo itakucost sana.
Thank you very much for your time, and thank you for finding time to come here. I'm sure there's a lot of questions, there's a lot of things that we have not been able to discuss, but due to time, probably we might find another time to discuss these things in deeper and more. And thank you so much for finding time. Apakaman, that's your Facebook page. Make sure you like it. King Voste, you can follow him on Facebook. We promised you for a good time, educational time. I hope you've had one. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and leave your comment down there. Any question that you have and you'd like us to address, make sure you comment down there. This is Real Lifestyle program, and this is an amazing program, and it is a product of Father's House Family Church. Now, Father's House Family Church is a church you want to attend every Sunday starting at 10. You know why? Because Father's House Family Church is a place you can call home. This is a home. Amazing pastor, Dr. Victor Mwangi. My goodness. You want to listen to him. We have our YouTube channel, Father's House Family Church, and also our own Dr. Eunice Mwangi. She's an amazing teacher, and that's why we say Father's House Family Church is a place to be. Make sure you're here. My final remarks is from the book of Songs of Solomon. I remember when I was at Sunday school, I remember our teacher used to tell us, I beseech you, daughters of Jerusalem, do not awaken love until it so desires. That is Songs of Solomon 8:4. Young people, do not awaken the love until it is so desires. And you've heard from our amazing panelists that there are lots of benefits about being single, and we'll keep bringing you these more and more. Make sure you subscribe. Finally, I promised you something awesome from our hip-hop artist, King Voste.
Some freestyle.
He's going to do some freestyle for us as we wind up. I've been your host, Branches. Remember, water.
Yeah.
For your health. King
Voste. King Voste. Kasiyo Jesus, mimi singekuwa hivi. Kasiyo Jesus, aki ningekuwa mwizi. Hip hop gospel minister. Bila parliament but bado na minister. Kwa music ministry wa Kristu siku hizi wamekuwa matrickster. Sunday kanisani utampata na long skirt. Weekday kwa klabu ako kwenye miniskirt. Vitu tunadu kwa church ni tabu. Mavazi bila dabu na uko like swagi iko juu. Buda chorea hizi.
Yeah.
Big up.
Thank you.
I was asking, what about in a scenario where a girl, she has believed in your vision 100%, na anajua huyu jamaa aki anaenda mbali. On the other side, you are a hooker, and now when maybe she introduces you to the parents, wanauliza huyu jamaa ufanya nini? Anakuwa tu mrila anasema huyu jamaa ni hooker. Wazazi wanaanza kuzua juu maybe dem pia alikuwa amesomeshwa ama kuna ile ligi amefika, unaona? Anaanza kupewa pressure ya tukwa tunakusomesha hivi udate hoka. Na kufanya kukua hoka si kupenda kwako. Ni kitu real. Kukua hoka si kupenda kwako. Ni ile side hustle ya ile path tu ya kuomoka juu lazima upitie.
Hapo ndio huko.
Hapo ndio huko. Na uwezi kaa kwa nyumba juu uko na papers. Lazima utoke huko. Nje hata saa hii kuna mavijana wengi wamegraduate, ma masters, ma degree, wanauza mtush. Lakini wazazi wa dem hawataki mtush. Huyu jamaa anauza mtush. Wanataka now the real kuomoka, the real vision. Hiyo ndio wana believe in. Juu tuseme unapata ina scenario msee akikaa maybe dem amekuintroduce aseme wewe ni banker, you will be well appreciated and you will be well welcome. Hautakuwa na struggle. Kuna huyu jamaa mwingine amekaa ako na PhD but mtaani ni makanga. PhD iko kwa nyumba. Wazazi wakisikia ni makanga, hiyo inakuwa kesi. Unapata dem hata amepigwa pressure amekutoka. What about in such a scenario?